So we have a G7 working group on climate and fragility. It's the G7 foreign ministries that operate this group. And we started this process in 2013 already. And in 2016, we delivered a report to the G7 foreign ministers on the nexus between climate, fragility, stability, and security. And the report says clearly that there is a nexus, that climate change is a risk multiplier, all the arguments that you know and that have been mentioned at this conference. And in 2016, this year, we got a 2-year mandate to try to make some practical progress and to report back to the G7 foreign ministers. And what we are trying to do is look at the full conflict cycle, where we say at the beginning we have predictive tools. Which instruments do we use to look into the future, and how do they integrate climate into the analysis of future situations of fragility and instability and security threats. And I think it's fair to say that this integration is not yet done well enough, and we need to improve. And so we try to learn from each other, and we'll see what we can learn from each other, how much progress we can make there. And then we need to look at the full conflict cycle, look at the different tools or the different policy instruments that the G7 countries use vis-a-vis regions or situations of fragility. There's environmental policies to fight against environmental degradation. There's developmental policies to deal with the situations of environmental degradation caused by climate change, to provide people other sources of employment. And then we have the classic diplomatic tools when there's a crisis that's already at hand, a loss of stability, mediation, peace building. All that needs to consider climate aspects. So if you build a peace in a way that doesn't consider climate results, your peace building may not be stable either. And at the end, there's also hard security issues, policing and military issues. So I hope that in the future we will integrate our risk assessments, but that we will also take 1 or 2 kind of demonstration projects, that we look at a particular area. In my view, it's best to look at a particular region and really see what instruments are we 7 deploying. Do they fit together well? Is there something we can do to increase their collective effectiveness and coherence? And can we learn through that process? My personal favorite is Lake Chad.